Info channel. Subscribe now.
Excellencies, Co-Chair of the FOCA, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, distinguished delegates, I wish to add my voice in appreciating the Excellencies, the Co-Chair, for their leadership and for the manner in which they are steering our meeting. I'm happy to be able to contribute to the discussion on agricultural modernization and industrialization. As the topic holds great promise for food security, employment creation, and poverty alleviation. Regrettably, most of our African countries are yet to benefit from this development agenda before us. Across Africa, agriculture is still characterized by small subsistence production with limited contribution to national growth. In Tanzania, about 80% of those in the agriculture sector are smallholder farmers, contributing about 26% of the GDP. Similarly, Africa's industrialization output is still limited. We are still concentrating on the export of raw agricultural goods and raw mining goods. Henceforth, manufacturing sector's contribution to GDP being 15% or less, and in my country is less than 10%. In this situation, we need to have this discussion. The need to have this discussion cannot be overemphasized. Excellencies, the agenda agricultural modernization and industrialization has been discussed time and again in our own auspicious of African Union. Both the African Forum for Agricultural Advisory Services, which is operating within the framework of the Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program, and the Malabo Conference, which came up with the Malabo Declaration on Accelerating Agricultural Growth and Transformation for Shared Prosperity and Improved Livelihoods in June 2014, have called for commitment for mutual accountability and actions and results. In an effort to implement those goals, in 2022, Tanzania launched Agenda 1030, a transformative vision to raise agriculture sector growth from 2.7% in 2022 to 10% by 2030. It is designed to boost productivity, enhance food security, reduce poverty, and substantially increase agriculture's contribution to national economy. As part of this initiative, we established the program called Building a Better Tomorrow, which addresses barriers that are hindering the youth from gainfully participating in agriculture and agribusiness by improving access to training, access to land, access to agricultural inputs, finance, and marketplace. In facilitation of the accountability to actions and results, the government of Tanzania increased the budget allocation for agriculture from $109.4 million in 2021 to $461 million in 2024, which enabled us to scale up interventions that resulted in increasing productivity. With these collective efforts, we witnessed the sector growing from 2.7% in 2022 to 4.2% in 2023-24. These results have given the morale and the impetus to both the farmers and the government to do much more. Improving irrigation schemes and mechanization is now our major focus. Government budgetary allocations are necessary but cannot sufficiently invest in achieving expected agricultural modernization and industrialization. And in this regard, private sector participation is critically essential. Tanzania welcomes China's intention to send agricultural experts and agribusiness companies to Africa to help cultivate high-quality products and increase investment for agricultural processing, supporting agricultural modernization to local communities, and facilitating Africa to enter the Chinese market. My country, my administration, has been steadfast in creating conducive investment environment that attract private companies to invest in the productive sectors, namely agriculture, livestock, and fisheries. Excellencies, modernizing agriculture cannot be achieved in isolation. The key lessons to learn from the recent world economic shocks is that industrialization with agriculture as its basic requirement serves as an essential economic buffer during difficult times. The UN Food and Nutrition Organization, Food and Agriculture Organization, estimated about 20% of the population in Africa suffers from hunger, and yet Africa has a strong policies and vehicles to encourage agricultural production and industrialization, including our own African Continental Free Trade area, which creates immense opportunity for African agribusiness. Those policies, however, need to be supported by key prerequisites, which are: one, reliable energy, to run irrigation schemes and be able to power industry for processing and value additions; two, connectivity and connectedness to the market through well-developed hard and soft infrastructure; and three, investing in human capital development, that is, improving knowledge and skills. In the spirit of building a shared future, Africa looks at FOCA as a critical stepping stone towards building resilient economies through industrialization and agricultural modernization. I wish to underscore that successful modernization of agriculture will lead to a well-industrialized Africa. The endowment, physical features, and natural resources was not meant to curse Africa. They were meant to enrich Africa. Let us play our roles in the right way to achieve the industrialized and modernized agriculture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, son. Wise words indeed about the importance of modernizing agriculture on the African continent, but more particularly, as you correctly say, creating a better tomorrow by getting young people on the African continent to participate